Thank you all for coming in this morning early. I know this is early for some of us, but I think our swimmers are, this is probably a late one for them because they're usually, I don't know, you guys start at 4? I'm not sure, but thank you all for being here. I'm Barb Barrows, Athletic Director for Neuqua Valley High School. And today is a very special day. Today is a day that Neuqua Valley will recognize our students that have been fortunate enough to receive scholarship to play their sport, their passion, in the upcoming years at college. I want to congratulate all the student athletes for that and also their parents, because I know the assistance as well as the goal that your son and your daughter has achieved to be able to do this. There's also some financial assistance there, and I know that helps as well as a parent. So congratulations to all your parents, and good luck on all your travels back and forth to the universities to watch your son and daughter play next year. The process for today will be that we'll be calling up each different sport, and they'll present their athlete, briefly speak about them, some of their accomplishments. And then at that point, first we'll have the student athlete come up to the table while the coach is speaking. The parents, you're welcome to join them as well. And in the back here, we have Ms. Trout that will be filming this, as well as Dr. Fuhr. He is also taking pictures that capture this morning. So thank you, Ms. Trout and Mr. Fuhr, for being here. Really appreciate that. And that's neuquamedia.org. You'll be able to see that on. So once the students are up here, coach is speaking on their behalf, they'll either bring their official paper documents up to sign, or they can sign a mock signing, either or. All right? At the completion of the pictures, then we'll bring up the next athlete. At the very end, I would ask that we have all of our students come together at the table for one picture, and then we'll open it up for families to take photos with your family or friends or teammates that may be here today. All right? All right, very good. At the end of the conclusion of the ceremony, the recognition, I'll go ahead and fax the media the names of all of our students so they have a copy of that for the newspaper. All right? Very good. Thank you again all for being here. And first up, we have Mr. Renner for our baseball program.
Good morning, everyone. James, you want to head on up here? While James is coming up, I want to take the time to congratulate every student athlete that's here this morning. I hope that you understand what a special day this is, and how difficult it is to be here this morning. There's almost 4,000 students in this school, and there's just a handful of student athletes here this morning. This is a tough lineup to crack. It's hard to be here, hard to get here. It takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort on not only the student athletes' part, but their family as well. Would also like to congratulate someone else, and that is, just this past weekend, our cross-country team just won the state championship, our boys cross-country team, so I want to congratulate them. That's never easy, and as a parent, you know the time and effort that your son or daughter puts into their sport, and not only that, but to get their academics done along with that is really something special. So I want to congratulate everyone that's here today, so congratulations. James is here. He's been in our baseball program for 4 years, of course, and was our shortstop last year, and probably will be again this year. But he decided, after many options, decided to go to Butler University, a Division I school, and a wonderful school. And James has worked, just like everyone here, has worked so hard, has been such a great teammate, a great player for us, and you know, we wish that we had about 20 more just like him. But we're certainly looking forward to this spring. I get to spend another spring with James, and you know, like I said, really looking forward to that. But I want to congratulate James, his family, on his accomplishment, his decision to go to Butler. Was a great one. He's excited, his family's excited, I'm excited. It's just a great opportunity and a great day today. Congratulations, James. Spell it right. This is always good when you're the coach and you get to do more than one. Next up is Austin Waggy. One of the most enjoyable parts of my job is to receive and answer phone calls and emails from coaches. Asking about your players, what kind of kid is he, how are his grades. And by the time they call me, they know what kind of player he is because they've seen him several times. But I had the pleasure of fielding many of those emails and calls regarding Austin and from several different colleges. And, it's always fun, and it's fun to see, what will they choose? What will they decide? Where will they decide to go? And Austin also decided on Butler. So I don't know if James and Austin are going to be roommates or hang out together or what, but I assume so. And, again, a great institution, and, what a great choice. Austin has been he's been a pitcher in our program for the last, this will be 4 years coming up this spring. Certainly looking forward to that. Last year, Austin was one of our top pitchers as a junior, and we're certainly looking forward to him to being one of our top guys this spring as well. I'm looking forward to a great season, successful season. But the wins and losses aside, with a player like Austin and James, I know it's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable, and so congratulations to you, Austin, and thanks for all the work and time that you put into our program to make it what it is. And without players and student athletes like Austin and James, it's fun to sit back and watch and see how the program evolves and all the things that our program has done over the years. It's because of people like Austin and his family, and James and his family, and so I want to thank you all for that today, and once again say congratulations.
Next up, we have Coach Tishabal, our cheerleading coach.
This thing's so big. Come on, we're the dynamic duo. We do everything together. So Coach Brandon and I have the pleasure of being here with Addie and her family this morning. She's going to the University of Oregon, and she's actually not doing their cheer team. She's doing their acro and tumbling team, which is cheerleading. They're stunting and tumbling at the next level without the glitz and glamour. So mine is the bow and the lipstick, which is perfect for Addie, because if she had it her way, she wouldn't wear a bow or her lipstick. She only does it because Brandon makes them. So as an athlete, this is our 4th year with Addie now, and I remember meeting her family freshman year at our tryout meeting and talking to her mom afterwards. I don't know if we're going to try out. She's a Jessie White tumbler. Her back's kind of hurting her. We just don't know if this is going to happen. And here we are 4 years later. She has 3 state titles under her belt, 3 conference championships, 2 sectional titles, and we haven't even kicked off our competition season yet this year. So I just know that Addie has high expectations for this year, and she's going to go out with a bang. But Brandon and I just love Addie. She's our captain this year. because she's just one of those like fair people. She doesn't always do what the popular thing is to do. She has no problem, you know, if somebody is later calling people out or constructive criticism, whether it's her best friend that's on the team, underclassmen, upperclassmen. Addie is just fair all around. So we just know she's going to do wonderful things next year. This is a perfect fit for her, and we're just very excited for her.
Go ahead. Next up, we have Coach Gonzalez.
Buenos días. Guten Tag. Buongiorno. Well, here we have Spencer Weiss. Last year, I actually thought I was asking a whole lot from him, and this year I asked twice as much, and he stepped up to the occasion. He's very quiet, but my God, what he does on the pitch just speaks louder than his words. He's a defender, but he was pretty much our second leading scorer. You would never expect that. So he was scoring for us, and he was also preventing that we'd get scored on. We normally, for those of you that know some soccer, we have stopper sweeper. The sweeper is always pretty much sweeping mistakes. We didn't have a stopper sweeper, but it pretty much seemed like he was the sweeper. He was just cleaning up everything. He was bruised up many of the games, but he was just, I'm okay, coach. I'm okay, coach. So it's the type of player that you wish you had 11, 20, 15 on the pitch, just don't want to come off. And I can definitely see why the coach at North Central has been interested in him since, last year, has invited him to his camps, and not surprised that he's there. He's a great teammate. He's a great player to be coached. He understands that it's not about what he wants to do, but what the team needs to do. So I'm just very excited and glad that he's going here at North Central, so we'll actually be able to catch some of his games too. He's going to be close by. So best of luck to you, Spencer, and thanks for everything that you've done for the program.
Next up, for girls swimming, I have Coach Neferatis.
All right, Ryan Delaney, come on up. Mr. and Mrs. Delaney, come on up as well. First of all, congratulations to all the athletes and all the parents for their accomplishments and their success that has gotten them to the next level. A personal thank you from not only myself, but the team, to Ms. Barrows for getting our girls out of practice this morning. I'm sure they really appreciate that. This is allowing them to sleep in a little bit, so it's great. Ryan Delaney. She is a high school All-American. She is our junior class record holder in the 500 free, which is an outstanding event to swim. She was 11th last year in the 500 freestyle, and if you were at that meet, I don't think I've ever seen Ryan smile at the end of a race. At the end at New Trier, you get to do a one-length cool down, and she was just kind of on her back, just basking in her glory of breaking that 5-minute barrier. She's the second fastest 500 freestyler in Neuqua Valley history, and we're not done with our season yet. Ryan is donned as one of our hardest workers day in and day out, and has been that way probably since her freshman year. All the athletes through Neuqua's varsity over the years can probably attest to that. And she was being one of the figureheads leading our team into the sectional this weekend at the state meet in 2 weeks. We're really looking forward to that. Congratulations, Ryan. Wiley Ehrlichman. Come on forward, Mr. and Mrs. Ehrlichman and Jill. I should have mentioned this when Ryan was up here too, but these are two unique athletes for our program, mostly because I have literally been their coach since they were 8 years old, literally. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, skip 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, literally been their coach for that long. And this is super special for me. It's hard to forecast down the, when they are 8 years old where they would be, but I'm so proud of the development that they've had in the program. I think part of that, and in a sport like swimming where every day is a battle to get them to be at their absolute best, even when they're not feeling it, which probably explains why a former Hawkeye, we'd have an athlete go to Iowa State. There's going to be no love lost there, Wiley. Wiley, she hasn't finished out her career yet here. We still have sectionals and state to go, but Wiley is already a 4-time high school All-American, starting with her freshman year. Sophomore year, she was a state champion in the medley relay, which I think one of the super fans of Illinois swimming donned her fly split in the medley as the most dominating performance at that meet. Last year, she was 7th in the 100 fly at the state meet, and she has the 3rd fastest 100 butterfly in team history, and the 2 girls in front of her eventually went on to be a part of the United States national team, so she's in great company. Wiley is trusted year in, year out to be on relays, and when the pressure's on, you watch Wiley behind the blocks, you just see smiles from ear to ear knowing what she has to do, and then go out and do it. And it's trusted not only on the coaching staff, but it's also trusted in her teammates, and that's really big. I congratulate Wiley and the Ehrlichman family. We have Jill at the end there, who makes practices very competitive with Wiley, and I love to put the two together, and when we need a kind of a pick-me-up, it's, all right, let's see what we got here. It really brings out the best in us, so congratulations.
Next up, we have our head girls volleyball coach, Ms. Coach Simon.
Good morning. It's such an honor and privilege to be here this morning, and just makes me so proud of not only the athletes in my program, but the athletes throughout Neuqua Valley High School. It's such a great place to be with so much success. This morning I want to start by recognizing Korra Calling. Korra has spent 2 years at the varsity level with me as a starter, and her primary position is as a setter, which means her job is to set up the hitters. But Korra also, when she comes along the front row, we've utilized her as a hitter, and she has either led in kills in every match or been second in kills because she's so busy setting the other hitters. Most recently, she was named unanimous all-conference for the DVC. We just won the DVC for the first time ever, came off a tremendous season. Much of that success had to do with Korra's leadership and her presence on the court and everything that she did to contribute to our success. But for volleyball, unanimous all-conference means she was the only one. Means basically she was the MVP of the DVC in our first time winning. So that is absolutely tremendous, and she definitely deserved that recognition. And aside from being named all-tournament team, usually there's one, maybe, if we're really lucky, 2 girls from our team. They get recognized as an all-conference player. We play 4 tournaments every season, so for the 4 tournaments for the past 2 years, 8 tournaments that we've played, she's been named all-tournament nearly every tournament that we've been in. And just definitely is that player that other coaches always remember because of her contributions. Aside from her athleticism and her physical presence on the court, what I'm most proud of Korra this year is her tremendous leadership among her team. She was definitely the calming effect on the floor. We have such tremendous athletes and competitors, but I really saw Korra grow this year as an athlete and as a person, and just take on and embrace a leadership role like I've never seen before. And she and I had several conversations, and she articulated to me some things where basically she was just kind of self-checking and figuring out where she was and what she needed to do for her team, and that just shows that she always put her team first before herself despite her personal success. So I know she's going to continue to strive and to be successful, and I couldn't be more grateful or proud of Korra Calling. Thank you. Next up, we have Lindsay Hartline. This year was Lindsay's first year as a senior on varsity with me, and I just couldn't be more proud of her and her contribution. She's a defensive specialist libero, and what that means is she only plays across the back row. And what's interesting about that is she used to be one of our top hitters, and even though she's small, she's just so tremendously athletic and strong and a great jumper. And she transitioned to specializing in defense and is absolutely amazing. This most recent commitment happened pretty quickly here at the home stretch, but she was getting a little impatient for it to be finalized, so we're really glad that she's able to join us here today. She's a primary passer for us. We only have 3 girls on our team who actually serve receive to start the offense, and she's one of those 3. It's very rare that teams use a 2-player serve receive, but Lindsay is one of those 2 that we were able to use and be very dependent on for her precise passing. As far as defense, she is just relentless and tenacious and amazing on the floor. The thing that I love about Lindsay, and I have since I met her when she was 14, is I always said, man, that kid's got such grit. I mean, she just has that deep down, dig in, I want to win, I want to compete, that's contagious. And that's something that I've loved about her, and I've seen her just grow as an athlete over the years, and really blessed to have her on our team. Tremendous aggressive server and just a great team player. So fortunate to have her be a part of our team this year and contribute to our success, and I know that she's going to continue to thrive as well. So thank you, Lindsay, for everything you did for our program.
Next, we have Dan Statt for Club Lacrosse.
Good morning, everybody. I am not a coach, but I do play one at signing ceremonies. So I am actually Mackenzie's guidance counselor, so I have known her for 4 years. I don't think Mackenzie would want me to be her coach because my knowledge of lacrosse is pretty much limited to what they covered on the Simpsons episode on Sunday night, which was all about lacrosse, if you saw that one. But I'll tell you what, if the powers that be somehow accidentally put me in charge of coaching lacrosse, I would want to stock my team with a bunch of Mackenzie Turners because she is tough, she is resilient, she is independent, yet coachable and teamwork oriented. And so it does not surprise me that Colorado State University in Pueblo wants to snap her up and have her play lacrosse for them. So, and what a beautiful area of the country to go to school. So Mackenzie, I know you're going to do great things out in Colorado and beyond as you move forward. So congratulations.
This concludes the recognition part of our morning here. So at this time, we'd like to have all the athletes come on up for a group photo, and then after that, we'll break open to any family photos. Thank you again for being here this morning. Thank you to our coaches and our extra coaches and staff members that came here, as well as athletes to witness. Thank you very much.